It's Thursday 28th, 1:06 p.m. I'm done with the day, but wanted to go over a few things, the video, but before that I need to go ahead and show this snapshot of yesterday's price action. Yesterday again I took a few positions. Last one was in here, short, picked it up for 10 points and quit for the day. If I had stayed short, I would have definitely been out in here. This line was drawn in advance and it's a new trend line, bullish line, and it held one, twice, three times, four, five, six times in here. And if you were short, and if you did take a short in here, looking at this bar, which was one of the biggest bar we had in the past 2 or 3 days, you definitely should have been out in here. Should not stay all through this. So, any setup, any bias you have, you still have to have that stop loss in place, because anything can break news-wise or whatever, and picture will change drastically. And this line may be the new line that we're going to be looking at. Now I put a lot of lines in here. I had somebody reach out about that, so you can put enough lines and you can see whatever you want to see. But the slope on all of those lines is exactly the same, and the bullish lines are exactly sloped the same way, the same exact slope, just copied and copy and paste, and the same thing with the bearish. So my decision is, am I bearish or am I bullish? And based on that I look for support and resistance and trade based on that. So again, this is yesterday. It's just no reason for, if you are still thinking short, just to stay through this move and take this much heat on a trade. With that said, I'll go ahead and start the video. It's a long video and it was a long day, so I actually increased the speed and I'll increase it some more. Okay, starting off again with this line in here was in yesterday and was removed a few times, but it was still the new trend that possibly that we are looking to go higher. So I'm trying to find the best setup for the line and see where it can best fit all support and resistance, and it ended up being exactly the same line that I had on my video yesterday, so I just kept it the same. So now we have a new trend line that's holding many different spots. That seems to work in many different areas. So my thinking is, this is my new bullish line, and I'm gonna watch it throughout the day for long setups if we continue to move higher. Now the problem we're having now is, bears are thinking, because of those two bars in here, the damage that was done, I don't know if I want to go short this market. This is crazy. This is going to continue moving higher. And bulls are thinking, this is insane, how much more higher this can continue. Now anytime when you have kind of sort of a confusion points and not knowing exactly what's going on, I tend and I do go into higher time frames and try to see support and resistance, the flush points from there. So if you look at the hourly in here, that's what I'm going back to, the hourly, and I'm looking at, is this possibly this low in here, the flush point on the hourly, and we're going to move up higher, or is it a flush point in here onto the high and we're going to go lower? Are we running stops below, running stops above? And that's what I'm trying to figure out in here. So I'll increase the speed some more, otherwise this video will be very long. So yeah, I'm debating what this is, and this is a flush, and this is the next leg move up, an ABC, and we're going to move up, moving up higher in here. I'm still thinking of the short bias as well. I'm looking at different channels, and again this is the same exact slope, same exact trend line. I just move it around, find as many spots as possible currently that are meeting this trend line. And again, looking at the hourly now, I'm looking at this. Is this possibly the flush point for the shorts? The people that shorted all the way in here have stops just a bit above the highs. They're gonna get all stopped out, and we're gonna go lower. If that's the case, I want to keep my channels in place and then work with those. And I'll increase the speed again. There's just nothing here. I'm resetting the lines. I'm looking at back to the 20-minute. About 20-minute chart. Trying to find out exactly where. In those areas in here, when we have both bulls and bears are meeting, those are good areas to be trading once if you get those. And I shade the trend lines as significant. The darker the color, the stronger the color is going to be. So this is what my thinking is. This is my predictions, and those are just nothing but guesses. And if so, I based a plan on that. So if I'm thinking this is what's going to happen, we're going to go higher, then this is what I'm going to go long at. And this is, again, I wanted to mention that this may be a flush point, and we may start going lower or continue. We still stepped up once, and we're gonna go back to the bottom channel here in a day or two, maybe. I'll move forward. Again, and now I'm looking at this. This is the high in here. So will we see a flush of this one, then lower? Or will this hold in here? That's from the overnight flush. And it did hold. This would have been a decent trade. It would have given me at least 5 points, but that was the open, and trying not to trade there. Yeah, no, so let me go back a little bit. And here I paused, and I here decided that we may have a setup. This is minor flush in here from the previous high point, and we may be going lower at least to here, and that would have been good for 10 points or at least 9 points, which is good enough for a daily goal. But with that said, it was a difficult day today, and I had a tough time finding setups and finding a trade. I'm just removing old lines, and they're no longer working. They just get in the way. And you see the price is right around my entry point. +2, -2, +2, -2, and I did that pretty much all day. And that's a lot of time that passed through here. That's about 20-minute bars, so that's at least 30 minutes in here. Still nothing. And here I decided, okay, enough of this. It's not going. Oh, that's the open. Sorry, this is not the open. The open is in here, and I didn't want to stay with the open. I'd have stayed with the open, that would have been my good 10 points for the day, but I could have always gone the other way and been the same thing. So now I'm thinking this trend line is maybe possibly holding. It held once, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in here. So I took out a long in here, and again I'm hoping for 10 points and just be done with it, be done with the day. And I was in, I think, at 07. I tried a few times. It's only up 2 points, seems higher, but I didn't really catch the low. I got it in here, so I'm long at 07.5. Got up to 9.5, only 2 points, not much. Okay, give it some more time. It's up 3 points, 3.5 points, and I think it fizzled from there. Yeah, it fizzled, and I think I took maybe a point, or took a small loss, or maybe 2 points out of it. Maybe 1 point, I think. Yeah, I got out of here for maybe 1.5 point. There was news coming up, so I didn't want to be part of that news break. I was in at 7, out at 9, maybe 2 points. Yeah, I put some notes in here because I tend to forget so many setups. So the news came in, it was obviously positive, and it continued a little bit more. And yeah, this would have been a good trade in here. Or 7 went up all the way to almost a 15, 16, and this channel was added. It's a copied from this channel down here. Try to get as many points as I can. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good enough. It seems to be working. It's a very tight channel, but channel nonetheless. Move forward. Now I'm thinking short. I'm thinking, okay, we touch this channel, we're gonna move back down again. Trying to come back into this channel in here and start trending down. And that wasn't to be, because I think with this one I went out to break even. I tried. This line is still holding, and I kept my eye on this. Anytime it touched it, it just bounced off it. So I'm just really being careful, being short in here, because I don't want this and this to happen again, and try to get out with maybe -1 point or break even. The goal is in here for 01 from 10. That would have been 10 points. And I'll move forward. Came back to my entry, and again I took it out at minus maybe half or minus a point, I can't remember. This line is still holding. I just can't get myself to go wrong. I'm still thinking this is coming back in here. It held again. Now I'm thinking, okay, now we're gonna go up, we're gonna flush this upper channel, come down, then possibly go up, or now I was thinking to sell it over here, let it flush, and I can put a limit at 53.20, have it hit me and come down for 10 points back into this channel in here, retesting. Left the order in for a long time, kept moving the lines around, still thinking 20, we're gonna sell. I had my limit order in, stayed there for a long time. And go down, hold, maybe bounce off it, then possibly do another drop, but that wasn't meant to be. I moved it, it didn't happen. And again, I'm pausing the video a lot, and I'm moving forward. So, and what I'm saying in here, oh, as I saying, edges are at the edges. So right here in the middle, there's nothing to do. I leave it alone. No trades in here. I trade at the edges because that's where my edge is, where the edge of the line is, or the break of that edge. Now I'm thinking, okay, we started to break it. Wasn't really a nice break. For me, a break would be for it to go down to here. Then I can say that we broke this line. Then I have it come back, and I have my limit in here for a short to go down for 10 points from 10 to 1. And now I'm going up to the 1 minute to show how this break was not very good, because it broke it and it came out and broke it. You can't see that on the 20 minute, but you can see it in the 1 minute. It just continued to dance around this support in here, meaning the bears are not quite convinced that this thing will move forward. It looked like a nice break in here, but it really isn't. Then in here it got close, and I think that's the sell I took. Let's see. Now, yeah, over here I decided, okay, it hit it twice. Now two hits or two bars. That's a level for me. So I took a short in here, and again I'm looking for from 53.10 to 53.01. Get that 10 points and be done with it for the day, or 9 points actually, because I made a point here somewhere. And that took forever as well. I just sat there. I'll move forward. And here it's starting to move. We had a nice low, up about 4 points in here. This is my target. I put it in place, 53.01. That's 9 points. And I'm thinking we're gonna get it. I'm also watching the price in here. I want to see how the price reacts to this level. If this holds, I'll take 6 or 5 points or whatever it gives me. But it didn't even come close to it, so that was definitely not bearish. I mean, this thing should have moved easily to here, then moved up a little bit, then moved down again, or stayed here for a little bit. But the fact that it didn't touch it on this first bar, meaning there's still bulls in here. So I was being extra cautious, and that's what happened. I took, I think, 5 points, 4 points in here. Yeah, 4 points plus the 1. I ended up 5 points for the day. So all the fills, all the trades. From my P&L, I know I'm up 5 points, maybe 5.5 points on all positions I had. So that's a day. It was an ugly day, and just nothing fun about it. But it was again nonetheless, and I'll take it. And I'll try this again tomorrow.